Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be a very specific video, one part of prepping your attic or ceiling space for blown-in insulation. So this specific part is making sure that your blown-in insulation doesn't cover the soffit vents. The soffit vents are responsible for bringing air into the attic, and then it will go out of the attic, whether you have a ridge vent or a gable vent. We're going to have a gable vent in my case, but let me show you what I mean with the soffit cavity. Alright, so for the cavity where the soffit vent is, this is what I mean. We have the wall header plate, whatever it's called, right there. We have the plywood on top of the trusses where the shingles go right there. And then inside of there, we do not want to fill that up because air comes through there. So let's go take a look. Alright, so first we're going to install the baffles. All I need is a staple gun, and I hope there's staples in here. And then I need this. So we're going to go ahead up. Alright, we got the first one up. Let's see what it looks like. Obviously did not go perfect the first time. So what I tried doing originally was putting this back piece straight. The back piece is 5 inches, so if I would, it would come right here because the distance between the stud here and the sheathing is 5 inches. So what I did was angled it back. During this, the 2 side tabs came off, and the other ones I'm going to try not to do that. But the biggest pain in the ass is all these nails. You can't just put it in here and slide it into place. You kind of have to slide it in and then press it up because there's a bunch of nails causing a whole bunch of issues. But we did put the staples around the side, a couple up the center, one there, and we also have it stapled down here so it's not going to lift up. So for this one at least, when I blow insulation in, it's going to get caught right there and it's not going to go back behind. We are going to keep the tabs on all the other ones, just because some could get back there. I'm not too worried about this one, the rest will be right. But let's now show you how to install the vent channels with the baffling, and yeah. Alright, now for the other kind. So even if this does go faster, we did pre-cut this insulation, so that'd take another 30 seconds per one if you were going to do it, but let's see how these go compared to the other ones. Alright, and they're both installed. So this is the Durovent with the integrated baffle, and this one is the Durovent Vent Channel where you need to put your own baffle in. If I was going to go forward with picking one of these, which kinda am, I would pick this one because it's more foolproof. This one, if I slide this back too far, it'll block the blown-in insulation from filling up the soffit cavity, but it would also block those vent channels because it'll let me push it back far enough where I just cover those. That's not what I want. This one is more foolproof, where these vent channels are always going to be on block because you're not putting anything behind it. You're just folding over a piece to staple it in place and make sure no blown-in insulation gets back there. So as we started off this video, they're both the same length. That means that since you bend this one over, when they're done, there's a difference in how high up they go. That's important based on how much blown-in insulation you're going to use. So you need to measure from the bottom of the ceiling joist where the drywall will go to the top of the sheathing where the vent ends. And that's because if you need more than how high that is of blown-in insulation, it's just going to go right over the top and fill that cavity anyways, which is exactly the scenario we're in. We need a R value of 49, and to get that we need 22 inches of blown-in insulation. This vent channel only goes up about 12 inches from the ceiling joist. This vent channel goes up about 15. Neither of which are close enough, so we're actually going to use both of these in the overall project. We're going to put this one up, and then we're going to extend it with this so it goes far enough up we can blow our insulation in and none's going to get down into that vent channel. The only reason I'm extending the Durovent Vent Channel with the integrated baffle with the Durovent Vent Channel that does not have the integrated baffle is because I bought the one without the integrated baffle prior to the one with the baffle, and I'm no longer able to return it. If you are buying everything from scratch, you should buy the same product to install and extend. So if you're doing the one with the integrated baffle, install it like I showed you here today, and then extend it by laying those flaps that we fold around over the bottom one that you install. If you go with the other option, where you have to use insulation and provide your own baffle, then you will continue to extend them up just by lining up the rivets. Alright, this is done for this video. So if you want to see a time lapse of the whole ceiling along with the gable vent installation, everything else we do to prep for the blow-in installation, check out the ceiling insulation video. Otherwise, this is the end of the Durovent comparison video and installation. So we have this one back here. I didn't put the extension on because that's simple. It's the same pattern, so you just put the new holes in there, staple them, and along you go. Since we're using two different types of Durovent products over here, the baffle included and then just the vent channel, I had to do a little bit of trial and error to match them up. So this is what I came up with. So for the first one, first of all, the Durovent baffles all in the same spot, installed the same way. The Durovent vent channels all in the same spot, tweaked a little bit how I installed them just to try out different ways. This one I popped out, so there's these little cup holder, I don't know, there's these little divots. I popped out these divots and stapled them right there. Didn't come out too bad, took a little bit of extra time to pop those out. This one, I cut out the divots and then I stapled closer. Took the extra time to cut it out, didn't like that, and I don't like the staples closer because you can see it's crimpled up. The last one, I didn't do anything. I just put it up, I stapled it along there, 3 more and 3 more, 9 staples total. It's a good enough seal because when I blow it in, it should just blow over top and fill that up. I'm not really worried about blowback because it would have to go down and then up and then down again. And if that happens, I can still remove the siding on the outside to clear out if a little bit does get back there, but I don't think it will. So, like I said, this is the end of this video. Hopefully you got something out of this video, even if it was which one you wanted to install and you want to do it a different way, but I figured I didn't see a video out there of the comparison of the two. I've just seen a lot of confusion in the comments for either one. So now being able to install both of them and kind of with the explanation, hopefully it helps you somewhat. If it doesn't, hopefully at least you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks everyone.